Good morning and welcome to the Park Church Online. This is the Park Church News and today is Fifth Sunday, which means it's Faith Forward in Action Sunday. Yes, it is the time we set aside to celebrate how we as one church in 3 locations have extended the love, the life, and the lordship of Jesus Christ to everyone in every way, in every place, and at every time the opportunity is given. Faith Forward in Action is about highlighting God's work done through us for God's glory. But this is not a typical Faith Forward in Action Sunday. Today, the Park Church celebrates 20 years of faithful ministry done through our Beatties Ford Road location. Yes, for 20 years, our Beatties Ford Road location has been where ministry and outreach has taken place. Lives have been impacted, souls have come to Christ, and well, instead of me trying to tell you, let's listen and learn from those who have been part of the Beatties Ford Road story from the beginning. Let's listen in.
Come on and put those hands together and magnify the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Hallelujah. Come on, Kingdom Voices. The present.
As we celebrate 20 amazing years of being in this beautiful church, I would like to take you back to when you first learned of the need or desire to go from Keller to this new church. And what were your initial thoughts, concerns? What were you thinking?
Well, I had a problem with it at first because I loved that church on Keller Avenue. It was mixed emotions. We were busy trying to move away from the place I came to be in.
I was a little bit sad because I had served and worshiped in that church since I was 11 years old. And that we moved thanks to the generosity of the C.D. Spangler family and Myers Park Baptist Church. When our church burned down, which was in the First Ward area, we were able to build that church and move into that area. So it was a little sad to leave a place where you had spent so much of your childhood, your youth, and your adult life.
What was the transition like to go from actually going from Keller to this facility, this church? What was that like, the transition?
It was very smooth.
Okay.
We basically we talked about it as a congregation, that we were going to move, and some of the new things that we would be able to do in this building that we probably would not have been able to do in the Keller building. So that was very interesting to me because it would provide other ways for us to serve the Lord and to serve our community and to worship.
Very nice, very nice. It is much bigger, obviously. What were your thoughts on it being such a big church? And how do you address people that say, oh, your church is very big?
I say, well, that gives us more space to serve the Lord. That gives us more space to have people, have new members come in and to work with people who are seeking salvation. So that gives us more opportunities, and it provides more space for people who are interested and who are looking for a spacious church to come in and be a part of our congregation and to be welcomed.
I had not experienced being in a new church before in all of my life, and I became proud. I said, if I'm going to move, we got to make this a big thing, and therefore I started working on getting limousines. I want to make sure every senior, every pace setter, and the prime timers I could get limousines for. And we did. And so there was an air of excitement then.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on and give him the praise.
Take me through, I know initially I remember them doing official tours, and I was a part of that, but I would like to know from your perspective, what was it like walking through the doors the very first time?
Oh gosh. To see a vision become reality is an amazing experience, and to know all that was on Bishop's heart for the site and for the place, and to see it not just being birthed but a reality was just a feeling I can't explain. So to actually come here and to walk through the doors and be in the physical space, it was just amazing. And for me, it held a special place because I grew up across the street.
We will have to go upstairs to see if we can see that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
One of the things that was special to me was this view out this window. And I think I stood here, and as I looked out on the neighborhood that I grew up in, tears just came to my eyes, because this was such a historic area for African Americans to have their own neighborhood like that, and to see that this was just a wooded area, because it wasn't in the city limits at the time.
Okay.
It is now, but it was just to see all that God had done, His faithfulness and His ability to create, and to see just Bishop's faithfulness and obedience to follow the vision.
Absolutely.
There is an isolation that vision creates all by itself. It is the isolation of seeing what nobody else sees, of hearing what nobody else hears, of being gripped by an urgency that nobody else feels. And there may be those who are around you and connected to you, but God does not show them what God shows you.
I really enjoyed the camaraderie of morning service. I really feel that we hear the word is sang in many different ways, and so I really enjoy that.
What do you think this building does for the local community?
Oh, I think that this building provides a beacon of hope for the community. I think it's evidence of vision realized. AmeriCare at the park, providing the health care in this area, and especially further up this corridor, because there was a lot of activity further down Badersford Road, but as you come further north, there was nothing.
That's right, I recall that.
So to have it here and serving the community.
Through the years, we've been able to assist people in our community with preventing home evictions and utility disconnections for our members. And there was a time that we were also able to extend that help to non-members. And so we did that for many, many years. From this location, we've been able to bless our school-aged children with backpacks filled with school supplies. We open up our church, and it becomes a safe haven. It becomes a place for our homeless neighbors to come, to be loved on, to know that there's someone that they can talk to, that they can establish friendship with. We can feed them healthy meals, really good meals. They can take a refreshing shower here. They get haircuts here. They get the Word of God here. And at the end of the day, they get a good night's sleep. And we've heard time and time again over the many years that we've been a shelter, a host church for our homeless guests, how much they love coming to our church. Some even come to attend our church services and revivals and other ministry programs we have that extends beyond Room in the Inn. We've made true connections, true friends, and it is just a joy when we're able to provide that.
I remember Mama and the love that she gave. Kneeling by her bedside, I can still hear my mama say.
You know, Lady Kim, as we walk through the sanctuary, I'm just thinking about that this is an amazing place for worship But we also have a very unique position in that we've had a lot of acts come through our church.
Yes, we have. It's a great worship venue. I remember Yolanda Adams being here. I think my favorite, though, was the live recording with Donald Lawrence when we were over there hopping up The Best Is Yet to Come.
There was Lecrae.
Yes. See that smoke going up? I don't know if you were here for Lecrae.
I missed that one, but I heard the noise about it. I heard it. It was exceptional from what I understand.
It was fabulous.
Just keep me near the cross.
I remember the reception the cross got when it was presented. It was just amazing. The spirit in the room was high. It was just a beautiful offering.
Yes. What was exciting even more than that was having Bishop call me when he was with Richard Hunt in his studio when they were forging the cross, when he was actually making it. And then seeing them bring it on the truck down, and just the meaning behind it and how it's created. It's just such a beautiful piece of art. He now has a new piece at Romare Bearden Park that's a ship that they just put in. So it's just, he's an incredible artist.
He is.
One of my coworkers and I were just conversating, and so he shared with me, he said, I just saw this car drive up into the parking lot, and he said the guy got out of his car and he went to the cross that's right out front. And he said he got out of his car, went to the cross, got down on his knees and began to worship. He began to worship. And as he's sharing this experience with me, I mean, I just became overwhelmed in my heart and in my soul. I mean, because for someone to be driving down Beattiesville Road, they see the cross and intentionally come onto our property, get out of their car and begin to worship. Now, he never came into the church. And I asked my coworker, I said, well, did he need anything? Does he want anything? Maybe I need to go and see and help him. Maybe I need to pray with him. But he just got out of his car and worshiped God.
As we prepare for the safe return to the sanctuary, as we navigate our way through COVID, and you think about the first service in our church, what thoughts come to mind? What 3 words or what thoughts do you think about as we finally get to come back safely?
I can hardly wait to get back in because I get a chance to see all of my friends face to face, the warmth, the fellowship, the love. It's going to be a great day. It'll be almost like a second Pentecost.